Okay, I asked myself this question the other day. How do you fix a world that's full of stupidity, violence, war, starvation, malnourishment? And I can go on and on about all the bad things. How do you fix a world that's in an endless, repetitious cycle of poverty, war, and violence? Well, just take a look right now, okay? So ask yourself that question, and then just when you drive into your job today, your job, okay, just take a look at how many other people are doing the same thing. So how do you fix a cycle like this? Okay, how do you prevent your kids from ever having to go through this cycle? Okay, well, what do we do to our kids? We send them through the same schooling system that we went through. We tell them, shut up, sit down, and listen. You need to get a job. That's called being an adult. Okay, now when people think of a job, they think that's like their entire life. That's what you need to be successful. Okay, that's how they trick you into modern day slavery or a life of bondage and servitude. Just take a look around. How many other people are going to do the exact same thing you are, but just a little different? So no matter where you send your child, okay, the K through 12 education system, they're all getting the exact same education. Now, is that good? Does that create creativity? Okay, does that make us all the same? Does that make us all the same thinkers? To where we think that a job is what we need to be successful. A job is what we need to survive. Okay, so how do we break that cycle? Well, it starts by asking the question, are we slaves? And yes, we are. We are modern day slaves. Anybody from a CEO to Bill Gates, all the way down to a McDonald's worker, they are slaves. If you have a social security number, you are in a socialist or socialism society. Okay? Now, if you go wherever you go today, I just want you to listen to the people talk. What do people talk about most? They'll talk about politics, sports, the weather, okay? Stuff that means nothing. Okay, I was a professional hockey player, and I told my parents this. I go, I never want my kids to play sports. And why did I say that? Well, because it's pointless. They're just silly games that get you to waste your life away when you could be trying to make change in the world. So that's why I never wanted my kids to play sports, and it was my dad who signed them up for sports. So how do you fix that? How do you fix an endless, repetitious cycle of sports, gambling, religion, and politics? That's basically your life and your job. That's basically all it is. How do you fix that? That's a question we should ask. Well, number one, by coming together. There is intelligent societies that don't use money, they don't use guns, they don't need war, they don't use violence. They use their brains, something we don't do. Now, they say we only use 10% or less of our brains. Think about that for a second. Now, your brain controls your body. So if you only use 10% or less, okay, some of us use far less, then that means you're only using 10% or less of your body. You're not even reaching your full capability. So I want people to think about that. Think about how you can fix this modern day slave society. Where would you start? Well, you'd start by talking about it. You'd start by admitting, yes, we are modern day slaves. And we've been lied to about everything to keep us slaves. Love you. Have a great day.